Picture a troubling thought as a cloud in the sky. Observe it as it drifts away, lightening its hold on your mind. Notice how the vast sky, like your mind, remains unaltered, open, pure, and expansive, no matter how many clouds pass through. With practice, this visualization strengthens your emotional resilience, empowering you to navigate life with greater peace and clarity. Let your thoughts float by and embrace the freedom to simply be. Let go of the need for control. The Buddha wisely taught, suffering is not caused by events, but by our reaction to them. These words reveal a profound truth. Much of our anxiety stems not from life's challenges themselves, but from our resistance to them. At its heart, overthinking is often a relentless attempt to control what lies beyond our reach, a struggle against reality that leaves us drained and uneasy. Release resistance and instead allow life to flow as it is. In doing so, you'll discover that true peace resides in surrender, not in control. To find peace, we must release this need for control. Picture yourself pushing a massive boulder up a steep hill. Every ounce of your energy is spent fighting gravity, yet the higher you climb, the harder the struggle becomes. Now, imagine pausing, letting the boulder roll away. What happens? The weight lifts, the path ahead becomes clearer, and you can move forward freely. This is what happens when you stop trying to control things beyond your power. You don't give up on life's challenges. Instead, you let go of the unnecessary burden of resistance. Life is filled with uncertainties, and the mind's natural response is to overthink, analyzing every possibility, trying to plan for every outcome. But no amount of mental effort can guarantee what tomorrow will bring. The rain will fall when it falls, the seasons will change when they're ready. Instead of clinging to the illusion of control, reflect on what truly lies within your grasp. You cannot change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails. When you embrace surrender, not as a sign of weakness, but as an act of wisdom, you free yourself from needless suffering. Begin by identifying one worry that has been occupying your mind. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, release it. Visualize the worry as a bird you're holding tightly in your hands. Open your palms and watch it fly away. This practice of letting go lightens your mental load, creating space for clarity and calm. By releasing the need for control, you discover an incredible truth. Uncertainty isn't something to fear. It's a natural part of life, a space where growth and possibility reside. Accepting this allows your mind to rest and your heart to find peace. You're no longer trapped in a cycle of what-ifs, but grounded in the freedom of the present moment. Pause and reflect. What is one situation in your life that you've been struggling to control? What would happen if you simply let it be? In this act of surrender, you'll find the serenity you've been seeking. As the Buddha reminds us, the path to freedom isn't in controlling life, it's in learning to flow with it. Fourth, anchor yourself through mindfulness. The Buddha said, "When the mind is calm, the breath is calm." These simple words hold the key to unraveling the tangled knots of overthinking. An anxious mind often feels like a storm, chaotic, overwhelming, and out of control. But in the midst of that storm, mindfulness serves as a lighthouse, steady and unshaken, guiding you back to safety. By anchoring yourself in the present moment, you can find clarity and calm, no matter how turbulent your thoughts may seem. Imagine you're on a small boat caught in a fierce storm at sea. The waves crash, the wind howls, and you're tossed in every direction. But in the distance you see the beam of a lighthouse cutting through the darkness, showing you the way. That light is mindfulness, a practice that brings you back to solid ground when your mind feels lost in the chaos of overthinking. Start by focusing on your breath. It's always with you, a constant rhythm that connects you to the present moment. Inhale deeply through your nose, feeling your lungs expand. Hold the breath for a moment, noticing the stillness. Then exhale slowly, releasing tension with each breath. This simple act draws your attention away from the swirling storm of thoughts and anchors you in the here and now. The beauty of mindfulness is that it's accessible anywhere, anytime, whether you're stuck in traffic, sitting at your desk, or lying awake at night. You can return to your breath. With each mindful moment, the storm inside you begins to calm. Your thoughts, like waves, may continue to rise and fall, but they no longer have the power to toss you about. You become the observer, steady and grounded, watching the waves pass. Over time, mindfulness transforms how you respond to stress and overthinking. Instead of reacting impulsively or letting worries spiral, you pause, breathe, and center yourself. This practice not only quiets the mind, but also creates space for clarity, helping you make decisions with wisdom rather than fear. Take a moment now to try it. Close your eyes, take a slow breath, and notice how it feels to simply be. As you exhale, let go of one thought that has been weighing on you. Feel the relief as you return to the present moment, where peace resides. In the storm of overthinking, let mindfulness be your lighthouse. It won't stop the waves, but it will guide you safely through them, reminding you that the calm you seek is always within reach. 5. Simplicity brings clarity, calm that follows. Freedom. The Buddha taught, happiness is not a goal, it is the path. These words remind us that the complexity we often chase in life, the endless striving, the cluttered mind, the overthinking, only pulls us further from the peace we seek. Simplicity, on the other hand, is liberating. It clears the mental fog, helping us find clarity and joy in the present. To stop overthinking, we must learn to simplify not just our lives, but our thoughts. Picture a tree in a dense forest, its branches heavy with tangled growth. The excess doesn't help it thrive. It blocks sunlight, stifles new growth, and drains its energy. But when the unnecessary branches are pruned, the tree flourishes, focusing its strength on what truly matters. Life is much the same. Our minds become crowded with unnecessary worries, tasks, and distractions, leaving little room for peace. But when we simplify, we create space for what truly brings happiness. Start by identifying what's essential in your life, what truly matters to you, what nurtures your soul and aligns with your purpose. Once you've identified these priorities, let go of the rest. This can be as simple as saying no to commitments that drain you, decluttering your physical space, or limiting the time you spend on social media. Each small act of simplification clears space in your mind, reducing the overwhelm that fuels overthinking. Simplifying your thoughts is just as important. When you catch yourself spiraling into overthinking, pause and ask, is this thought helping me or hindering me? Imagine you're pruning a tree, cutting away thoughts that don't serve you, letting the light of clarity shine through. This mental practice allows you to focus on solutions instead of problems, presence instead of worry. Simplicity doesn't mean giving up ambition or living without goals. It means stripping away the excess that weighs you down so you can move forward with lightness and intention. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. And in this simplicity, you find freedom, a freedom from the endless loops of overthinking, a freedom to simply be. Take a moment now to reflect. What is one thing you can let go of today? Whether it's a task, a worry, or a thought that doesn't serve your peace, release it and notice the space it creates. Like the pruned tree, you'll find yourself thriving, no longer burdened by the unnecessary. As the Buddha reminds us, the path to happiness isn't found in more, it's found in less. Simplicity is the key to inner peace. 6. Trust in impermanence. The Buddha taught all conditioned things are impermanent. This profound truth holds a key to overcoming overthinking. So often we spiral into worry because we perceive our challenges as permanent, as if they will define our entire lives. But impermanence reminds us that nothing lasts forever, not our joys nor our struggles. Understanding this truth allows us to approach life's storms with hope and resilience. Imagine a powerful storm rolling across the sky. The thunder roars, the rain pours, and the winds howl. It feels endless, overwhelming, but inevitably the storm passes, the sun breaks through the clouds, and the world feels renewed. Our struggles are no different. Even the darkest moments eventually give way to light. When you trust in impermanence, you stop fearing the storm and start believing in the calm that follows. Sunrise. Overthinking often clings to the idea of permanence. What if this failure defines me? What if this pain never ends? But this is an illusion. When you remind yourself that everything is temporary, you loosen the grip of fear and anxiety. The bad days, the sleepless nights, the overwhelming distress, they are all passing visitors, not permanent residents in your life. When you face a challenge, pause and repeat to yourself, "This too shall pass." Let those words anchor you in hope. They are not just a mantra, but a reminder of life's ever-changing nature. Use this truth as a tool for resilience. If you're overwhelmed at work or caught in a conflict, step back and visualize the situation as a wave rising and falling. No wave lasts forever. It comes, it peaks, and it subsides. Trusting in impermanence doesn't mean ignoring your emotions or challenges. It means facing them with the wisdom that they are not the entirety of your story. Just as the seasons change, so too will your circumstances. This mindset not only calms the mind, but also gives you the strength to endure. Instead of being consumed by overthinking, you can focus on navigating through the moment, knowing brighter days are ahead. Reflect for a moment. What worry or struggle feels overwhelming to you right now? Imagine it as a storm passing through the sky. Feel the weight lifting as you realize it will not last forever. Trust in impermanence, and you'll find yourself letting go of the fear that feeds overthinking. As the Buddha's wisdom reminds us, life is in constant motion, ever-changing. By embracing this truth, you can free yourself from the chains of overthinking and discover the peace that lies in trusting the flow of impermanence. The storm will pass, and the sun will rise again. Bonus lesson: the power of compassion for yourself. The Buddha taught that compassion is not just for others, it begins within. Yet when our minds are tangled in overthinking, we often forget this essential truth. Instead of kindness, we judge ourselves harshly, feeding the cycle of stress and self-criticism. But what if you could break free? What if, in moments of overwhelm, you chose to treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a dear friend? This simple shift holds the power to heal and transform. Imagine a delicate sapling in a garden. If the wind bends it, or the sun scorches it, you don't blame the sapling for its fragility. You nurture it, ensuring it gets water, care, and protection so it can grow strong again. Your mind is no different. When you're weighed down by overthinking, it's not weakness. It's a sign you need patience and care. Self-compassion is the water that nourishes your inner resilience. Start by acknowledging your struggles without judgment. Overthinking often arises because we expect perfection of ourselves. We replay conversations, analyze decisions, and criticize every flaw, thinking this will help us avoid future mistakes. But this relentless self-scrutiny only deepens our pain. Pause and remind yourself, I am human. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. This simple act of self-acceptance is like opening a window in a stuffy room. letting in fresh air and light. Next, practice speaking to yourself with kindness. When a friend comes to you feeling anxious, you wouldn't dismiss their feelings or criticize them for overthinking. You'd offer words of comfort, understanding, and support. Extend that same courtesy to yourself. When your mind spirals, gently say, "It's okay. You're doing your best." Take a moment to breathe. These small affirmations create a sense of emotional safety, soothing your inner turmoil. Self-compassion, a path to inner peace. Self-compassion doesn't mean avoiding responsibility or ignoring challenges. It means facing them with a kind heart, free from the burden of self-judgment. This shift allows you to approach your struggles with clarity and resilience, no longer weighed down by internal conflict. When you treat yourself with compassion, you create a nurturing environment where solutions can emerge naturally. Over time, this habit reduces the intensity of overthinking and opens the door to lasting inner peace. Reflect and act. What's one kind thing you can say to yourself today? Write it down or speak it aloud. Let it become your anchor when overthinking strikes. Like the sapling that grows strong under gentle care, your mind too will thrive when nurtured with patience and kindness. The Buddha's wisdom reminds us that compassion is a powerful tool for healing. By offering it to yourself, you ease the grip of overthinking and lay a foundation for lasting peace and emotional freedom. Be kind to yourself. It's the beginning of true liberation. The mind, obstacle, or ally. In life, the mind can either be our greatest obstacle or our most powerful ally. Overthinking clouds our clarity and pulls us away from the present moment, but within Buddhist teachings lies timeless wisdom to calm this storm and rediscover the peace within us all. By focusing on the present, releasing attachment, and embracing impermanence, we transform inner chaos into a sanctuary of stillness. The Buddha's teachings illuminate the transformative power of compassion, especially when directed inward. By showing kindness to yourself, you release the grip of overthinking and create a foundation for lasting peace and emotional freedom. Treat yourself with compassion. It's the first step toward true liberation. The mind, a barrier or a bridge? The mind can either stand as our greatest barrier or serve as a bridge to profound inner peace. Overthinking clouds our perception, keeping us tethered to worry and detachment from the present. Yet, Buddhist wisdom offers timeless guidance to still the storm and rediscover the serenity within. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, relinquishing attachments, and embracing the truth of impermanence, we can turn mental chaos into a haven of tranquility. As the Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. This profound insight underscores the immense power of our thoughts to shape reality. Through practices like mindfulness, simplicity, and self-compassion, we can let go of unnecessary mental clutter and uncover the joy and clarity that lie beneath. Zen and the art of simplicity. Zen philosophy reminds us, when you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. By aligning with life's natural rhythm and accepting its impermanent nature, we free ourselves from overthinking and cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for the present. Each breath, each moment becomes a treasure when we cease striving and instead embrace the fullness of simply being. Start your journey. Take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and let go of just one small worry today. Allow it to pass without holding on to it. This simple act is the beginning of your transformation toward inner peace. Inspire and uplift. If these teachings resonate, share them with someone who may benefit from their wisdom. Together, we can foster mindfulness, peace, and gratitude in our daily lives. Stay grounded, stay present, and may serenity guide you in every moment.